Why did I try oil on canvas and why did I fall in love with it? Hi, I'm Rafa. If you don't know me, I'm a self-taught artist from Brazil who happens to be autistic and have ADHD. Long story short, in the beginning of this year, I decided I'll go all in for my art, whatever that was, whatever that would be. I had to go all in, try things out. This week, I actually painted with oils on canvas. This is the painting, is not finished yet, and really I started doing this without watching any sort of video about oils on canvas. Like, I just bought a canvas and 5 paints, and I did the singer that I really like and with a bird because I like animals. So I didn't even know I had to use mediums to make the paint to get like thinner and stuff like that. So I'm just like, after I did this and I fell in love with it, like not the actual painting, but I fell in love with the process, how it felt, like everything about it. I don't know. I'm still in the beginning of this journey, and this is why I'm creating 40, it's a lot, 40 portraits with singers. So this is the first one. This is Milton Nascimento. He's very important in Brazilian culture, and my idea is to, each one of them is gonna have some sort of scenario with an animal and a plant at least, and each one is gonna be one singer. And actually, I got people to vote. So people from my social media, they got to vote for the 40 singers. So they helped me to build all of the things for this project. And now they're helping me to pick the plant and the animal for each one of them. Like this week, this last 5 days, I was reading everything I could about canvas, how to sell it, how much money I could make, who I would sell it to, like all of that, like all this market about canvas and how that worked, and if I could actually live off my canvas that I paint. And yes, it's very possible to make a living of selling your canvas to people that are collectors. You can do it through galleries, you can use social media. You can have your own website, and I already have my website. I created in January this year, educating myself towards a new path that I didn't know what it looked like, but I knew I had to find out, like figure it out. We know how hard it is for autistic people to make a living of their own and to get somehow a work that will pay them, and that they won't give up, or they won't be fired because of something or this and that. And like, it's just so overwhelming to be in society being autistic. And so I've tried everything, and I know that I haven't tried everything, but to me, I've been doing things for so long now, like just trying to adapt to society. And I barely know about canvas, but to me, it sounds like a great idea. So this week, all I did was study canvas. I bought some canvas after this one because I just bought one and some paints. And then after I used it, like the next day, I went back to the store and I bought more canvas because I knew that I have to practice. And this is how I was building all this idea of the Roots and Voices, which is my big project for the rest of this year. So while I do that project, I'll continue to document my journey. I've started writing on Substack now, actually. I started that this week too. And I'm really excited. I don't know if you noticed it, but I'm very excited about this project. So the year is 2025, and I am in this journey trying to figure it out what I want. I used to do commissions on paper. I used to do it digitally, and then I moved to watercolor, ink markers, and color pencils. Now, when I tried oil on canvas, and I really liked, but it's very different. Like I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm researching and I'm watching classes. Doing commissions, it requires conversation, and I suck at it. Like, well, I don't really suck at it. Like I'm pretty sure that I've gained skills through the years, and I know that I bet I'm better now than I was before with all this conversation stuff and interacting with people. But I'm still autistic, and I barely have energy to be talking to people all the time and like understand them and continue the conversation until I have everything I need to create a piece for them. So that takes me a while, and then I do the commission, and then I already have to be talking to other people to be doing more commissions, and that was like exhausting, and it was not practical for me as an autistic person. So at the beginning of this year, I started like studying and reading and watching videos about like other artists and the art industry and all of that. I want to tell you about this art professor, and his name is Tim Pecker, and he has a bunch of videos on YouTube, and I'm like watching them all, and he said something that is so cool, so interesting, like the way he coaches his students, the way he found out what his style was, like how he came up with his own style. Tim Pecker said that just like you want to learn an instrument, when you hold the instrument, you don't already start playing a song that you created. You have to go through learning other people's songs, and then after a while, your brain starts like making connections, and then you come up with your own song or songs. And he says that with painting. So he's like, you have to go through a process. He called it process mode, where you create canvas. Okay, so I take a picture of like something, a landscape, anything, my pet or anything, and then I paint that with some other artist's style in mind, and like actually looking at their style. So let's say Van Gogh, I just paint my dog looking at Van Gogh's work, and I try to decode what he did, and I try to replicate that in my work. And what happens is, like, after I do that with a lot of other artists, my brain makes connections, and I just come up with my style after a while, and that makes so much sense. And that made me like, wow, I would just want to go for it, because I really believe that the artist that I'm now, the artist that I am now, it's very far away from the artist that I want to be. And I don't know what kind of artist I want to be, because I love art. So I just want to be a great artist, but I'm not there yet. And how am I going to get there? I need to put myself in a challenge. Like, I need to instruct myself to get somewhere new. And to get there, I have to go through learning. And I don't know why Canvas, but it made so much sense. And also when I was studying it, I was like, okay, if I create good Canvas and I have a website and I post it on social media and people buy my Canvas, it's like I didn't have to talk to people to actually make the sale. I didn't have to come up with a commission piece, like a commissioned piece where I had to talk to the people for a long time and then create something for them and then go running to another commission. You know, like, I just have to be my place, creating art the way I like, And then, of course, I need to build an audience. So it makes a lot of sense to be documenting everything and posting on social media and stuff. But what I understood from that is that all the time that I was spending on social media trying to talk to people and average people, like telling them about art and trying to make them understand that, yeah, it would be nice to have a portrait or a piece of art created just for you and stuff. And actually, these people that buy canvas, they want art. Like, they already know they want art, so they're willing to spend money in art. So it just made so much sense to me that is autistic. Like, it's because I'm autistic that I really think that painting oils on canvas makes a lot of sense. And I say oils because I just didn't like acrylics, so I'm just saying oils, but it could be acrylic too, you know, but I'm gonna stick with oils because, I don't know, it's also like more classic, so I think there's more value to it because it's oils, you know. But anyways, I think that it's smarter for me. And, you know, like, I've been trying all kinds of things. Like, I've been trying to work and to make a living and to not depend on my parents for so long now. And I really want to find a way to just do my stuff, create my things. And, you know what I mean? If you're autistic and you're an artist, you know what I mean. We know how to make art. We are very interested in continue making art and getting better at it. And we just don't know how to get people to buy our art, because we would have to be talking and like posting all the time and stuff like that. So actually, this canvas market, it's people that are already interested in buying art. So you just have to have your art displayed where they're gonna see it. So some social media, your own website, some galleries, websites, stuff like that. So every week I'm gonna be posting a short video about what I've done during that week with my paintings and some of the thoughts and the Brazilian culture that surrounds that singer and that nature around them. And that's gonna be on my Instagram and TikTok accounts. And I'll be writing monthly in my Substack. And this is all Rafaela Beleze. So if you type Rafaela Beleze, it's gonna be all my social media there. And I'm really glad you're here. If you're autistic, don't take what I said as a rule. Just see if it fits you and your reality, and if that's something you would like to think about before making any move. You know, because like, I know that sometimes, well, many times, because I'm autistic, some people would tell me something and I would just give up whatever I was doing to just do whatever they said it was right for me to do. So this is what took me so long to realize some things. For example, realize that I need to be happy doing what I like to do, because for a long time I was just trying to please people because I didn't want to upset anyone, and I felt really bad when people told me something and I didn't follow it because of this rule thing that our brain has, like, okay, I need to follow that, you know, like I need to go for that pattern or stuff like that. So now I'm understanding the new nuances of society and people, and when you have a conversation or when you watch a video, you actually can filter whatever you want to take with you and what doesn't work for you. So yeah, think about it. And next week, I'm going to be talking more about this stuff. And I hope you follow along if you're liking this subject, because from now on, I'm going to be talking about this market and this whole oil on canvas thing, and you're gonna see my practice, and that's gonna be very interesting. I think I'm gonna do what Tim Packer taught me. I'm gonna use a style from an artist to create my piece. That didn't happen to this one because I just got the paint and the canvas and just started right in, and I didn't watch any videos, so I didn't know Tim Packer then. But I'm gonna, do that, because then after 40 paintings, it's just gonna be, I learned a lot, like I had to decode every 40 painters, because I really want to get 40 painters, and each canvas is gonna have the signature of one of them. But in my view, and with my skills, and and I have different size canvas too. Like I have little ones, like biggest ones, like some, I don't know, I'm just gonna try it all. And actually, if I create one canvas a week, that means that I'll have to be this year, like the whole year doing that, and a part of next year too. And also something else that Tim Packer said is about doing it fast. It's better if you do it fast when you're in process mode than doing it slow and taking like weeks or months to complete one canvas. So I'm really taking his advice, and I'm gonna do it as fast as I can, like not being perfect, like not trying to, reach something. Like I just wanna enter this process mode and see what comes out of it. And he was actually saying that if you're in process mode and all of your canvas look good, it's because you're not fully in, because some of your canvas are gonna suck. And this is the purpose of the whole thing. It's that you don't know what you're doing. So you have to discover something. And failing a canvas, it means that you went all in with this project. And I'm just like mind blown, because I love this experimentalism. And I think it's a very interesting and very effective way of getting somewhere in art, So Roots and Voices, it's a project that I'll be portraying 40 singers that I really love. They're all Brazilian singers, and the animals and the plants are gonna be native animals and plants, and they're all gonna have a relation to that singer or to where that singer was born and stuff like that. It's all gonna be like related somehow. And this is a way for me to tell a story about music and about Brazilian culture and fauna and flora, all this stuff that I love. So it's a way to keep me interested in this project, because I can get really hyper focusing on something, and then out of nowhere, I'm just like, I lose completely, like I lose interest completely. So I really wanna go through it and finish it. So this is how interesting it got. It's complex because it's 40. It's a lot. And it's gonna take me a lot of time. But I know that then next year, I'll be ready to sell my art, because my art's gonna have my signature. I know that, because everything we practice, we get good at. It's like a rule, if you practice something, you're gonna get good at it. Just like anything else, like you just have to commit. So I am committing right now. And this video is all about commitment. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.